In June 2025, Lithuania announced its intention to purchase 3 Embraer C-390 Millennium transport aircraft. While a deal has yet to be officially signed, plans are already being drafted to see involvement from local Lithuanian industry. But not everyone is on board with the Lithuanian military's plan to acquire these aircraft, considering it a waste of money and money that could be better spent on other equipment. So let's take a look at these concerns for today's video. On August 22nd, Lithuanian public broadcaster LRT reports that Laurynas Kasčiūnas, chairman of the political party known in English as the Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats, or TSLKD, spoke out about his opposition to the planned purchase. Kasčiūnas leads the biggest opposition party and was previously Lithuania's Minister of National Defense. Years before being appointed defense minister, Kasčiūnas was the director of the Eastern Europe Studies Center, which has since been renamed to the Geopolitics and Security Studies Center. He was also a foreign policy advisor to a member of the government and a lecturer at the Institute of International Relations and Political Science at Vilnius University. So, while Kasčiūnas doesn't have any direct military experience, he has spent a fair amount of time dealing with the military and national security. Now that we know a bit of his background, we can tell you that the former defense minister told a radio show that the acquisition would cost between 700 and 800 million euros, and it's his opinion that the deal does not align with the country's defense priorities. The politician was quoted as saying, "I think this is a huge mistake. Our goal is to have a Lithuanian division. A Lithuanian division, first and foremost, means combat elements, artillery, air defense, mechanization. That's infantry fighting vehicles and so on. These aircraft simply do not fit into that context." Kasčiūnas argues that the planes would be an additional tool, but not so much a necessity at present, adding that it's all about priorities and that these aircraft are simply lower on the shopping list. He also raised concerns about purchasing the aircraft from Brazil, which is a member of the BRICS bloc, which comprises Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The group has a mainly anti-Western stance, even though Brazil has sold these C-390 aircraft to several NATO nations already. Kasčiūnas states that he will urge the Lithuanian Parliament's National Security and Defense Committee to recommend halting the acquisition. Halting the deal would be disappointing to a few Lithuanian companies out there. Indeed, 8 Lithuanian defense and security industry firms and research institutions have signed a letter of intent with Embraer. The hope of these companies is that they will participate in work associated with the jets, such as the installation of their internal equipment, technical maintenance, and research and innovation development. So what's our take on all this? Well, reluctantly, Kasčiūnas has a point. If the primary goal is to prepare defense forces and borders to deter, stop, or slow down a Russian invasion, then these aircraft are somewhat secondary to those goals. Instead of strategic air transport, we'd imagine that air defense and surveillance, as well as long-range artillery, are higher priorities. Now, Lithuania is spending money on these capabilities, but, well, the hundreds of millions of euros going to the Embraers could do a lot more if redirected. Allies have the necessary airlift capabilities to bring their troops and equipment to Lithuania if and when it's needed. Sure, Lithuania doesn't want to be fully reliant on allies, but again, it's about priorities. So, while it's easy to get excited about big and shiny new purchases, it's worth asking if strategic airlift capability is badly needed right now, or if it's simply one of those things that are nice to have. If Lithuania wants some shiny new jets, maybe consider the Global I AEW&C from Saab. Based on the Global 6000/6500 aircraft family from Bombardier, the jet's modern active and passive sensors provide long-range detection and identification of objects in air, at sea, and over land. They're not sponsoring this video, although we wouldn't mind if they did one day. It's simply one opinion of many. But what's your position on this purchase? Convince us why Lithuania should or shouldn't buy these jets by leaving a comment down below.